Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spirit Coaching Astrology. I am your Western Tropical Astrologer, Priscilla, and this is my first initial video, so I am excited. January 2022, what a great way to start the new year, right? It is time. So since the sun is in Capricorn, I am going to go ahead and start off with Capricorn's reading first. Let me go ahead and open the camera. Hello, everybody. You should be able to see me. Welcome to my astrology channel. It should be on YouTube for now. And then as I progress and get better at this, I will be adding a podcast channel. So let's go ahead and start with Capricorn. So I made these little wheels per chart so that I can do it this way. And eventually I'm gonna get a dry erase board and we'll get a little bit more advanced with it. And maybe at some point I'll start sharing the charts here on Zoom, but for now we'll do it this way. So let's go ahead and start with Capricorn rising. So it'll be Cap Sun, Cap Moon, and Capricorn rising for January 2022. So Capricorns, you guys have the sun at this moment at 22 degrees in your first house, and Pluto at 26 degrees, as well as Venus 16 degrees retrograde. Okay. Let me mention that before I begin, I am using the whole house system. If you would like a more personal reading, I do natal charts, past life, synastry, so on and so forth. They are Western Tropical Astrology Placidus system, so they're more personalized to your time of birth. So I will link my website in the description box below so that you can book that reading. Okay, so let me begin. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading January 2022. As I said before, the sun is in your first house at 22 degrees. Pluto is there at 26 degrees, and Venus is there at 16 degrees retrograde. This time can really feel like a massive change around your romantic relationships as well as your ego, and just a need for change in yourself, in the way that you feel like the world sees you, in the way that you others see you, the way that your partnerships carry you, and how they see you, make people see you. There could also be a need to change maybe things that have to do with your vitality, the way that you are nurturing yourself on a personal level, your health. But I would lean more towards your relationship sector of life. And this is because it's hitting your first house, which is the house of self. And this is the house of, standing in your truth, being firm. This is the house of really, it's not naturally it's ruled by Aries. So Aries is about cardinal energy. It's about going ahead and acting out without anyone's approval. It's opposite of Libra. Libra is more so people pleasing. And so this area of your life is coming to a lot of transitions between partnerships and your need for yourself, the change for yourself, in the way that you allow people to love you and enter your life. This could also deal with contracts, business contracts, or marital contracts, relationship, any type of contracts that you make with the people, the universe, partnerships with yourself, even with work. But I'm going to lean more towards contracts of relationships. So some people could be dealing with divorce. Some Caps, Sun, Moon, Rising could be dealing with divorce. And maybe Venus a little bit. Cap Venus could be dealing with that too. They could be dealing with some issues with the paperwork around divorce. Or you could be starting a divorce procedure, or you could be getting into a marriage, or thinking of proposing or getting into a marriage with someone, because it's at 16 degrees in retrograde. Right now is a time to think your stuff through, surrounding Venus energy type stuff. So materialism, contracts, relationships, your leisure time, your how you take care of yourself. Um, and really go through and think about these things. For a lot of you, something could have started at the end of December in your area of partnerships, and also in your third house. So in your neighborhood, in your local neighborhood, or going someplace locally, you could have met someone, because Jupiter did enter into your third house in Pisces on the end of December. So you know this could be someone that you have met that you could feel like it's almost it's a Neptunian, so it could, Neptune is there as well at 20 degrees, so it could be almost like the fantasy, but you got to be careful because it could be a little bit with Jupiter and 3 degrees, it could expand the idea of romance, and kind of have the rose colored glasses on, and this person can just be more so a good time. But this could also highlight the area of, education for you, local travel. There could be lots of information on new travel if like a new contract came in your career sector. Let's see. Mercury is in your second house at 10 degrees, and Saturn is there as well at 13 degrees. So you could have almost like this need for finding ways to get more structured with your finances, and in your way that you handle your finances, and how you discipline yourself around your finances. You could also be dealing with maybe some new money or information, dealing with internet type of work. There could have been a small promotion for anything to do with your career. There's a lot of things happening for you, Caps, that are very transitional for your on a personal level, as well as in your finances. It's a lot of energy with local community, and maybe siblings and your grandparents, or there could be some type of inheritance coming in from grandparents, or even I want to say it's just romance, because there is a moon, the moon is in your fifth house at the moment, 29 degrees, and Uranus is sitting there 10 degrees retrograde at the moment, but it's getting ready to go direct. So there could be some fast connections coming for you in the areas of entertainment, or fun or pleasures or romance. You could even have something spontaneous happen, like or something unpredictable, like maybe a child on the way or something like that, because of the way that this is hitting your fifth house. Don't get scared, because it's just an idea, but this could also be just abundance, it's centering around your children, or in your inheritance, or more so like what you leave your children. You could be feeling like those answers are manifesting now for you, and you might be feeling that need for action, to expand in your life. Especially with Mars at 21 degrees in your 12th house, you could have these maybe these phobias or fears or inhibitions about expanding, or traveling abroad. I would say that, because let's see, Gemini, North Node degrees. Yeah. So or maybe that travel has stopped for you. There may be some new travel career has manifested for you in your life, or is being presented to you as an opportunity to stay more local versus traveling or moving around as much. or you could have just been deep diving into your spirituality, into your subconscious, and really digging out these phobias and these fears and really trying to work with them. Or, someone could have been angering you and they could be triggering, some of these hidden issues centered around in relationships. And, your partner could have been, triggering these, or a divorce could be triggering this kind of stuff. Okay. But know that there is new beginnings coming for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, especially when Uranus moves direct in your fifth house. There'll be some time for entertainment and pleasures in your life coming soon now. And, when Venus goes direct, there'll be some changes around your romantic life and your pleasures again. And your seventh house will be activated again, which is your house of Cancer. So, how you care about other people, but also how this care is now coming into your life, because it's almost like it's a time to be, I hate the word selfish, but not selfish, more so like really pour into the things that are meant for you. Because, Pluto in the first house as well is about, truth, psychological truths, and transitions, and killing off things that don't serve you anymore on a personal level, and in not just your image, but as well as how you come off to others, and how you feel about yourself. And so, this is a good time for change for you. Mercury is also going to travel into your, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's going to retrograde in your second house of finances, at 10 degrees. And so this is going to be some issue centered around your career. It could be having to do with contracts. And so those things you might need to go back and revamp, restructure, revise whatever these contracts that you made, last month. They might have to get revised, and, once it goes retrograde, or for you as well, it's going to also jump into Capricorn. So Capricorn, Mercury would be retrograde in two signs in January. This is like amazing. And Aquarius for a little while, and then it's going to move into Cap. And then eventually go direct in Capricorn again. So you get to replay the story of whatever you started at the end of December 25th to be exact. Whatever happened those 2 weeks before the New Year's, or that week before the New Year's, that you'll be able to go back and revise that and revamp it, and work through it. Mercury will be hitting close to your Venus when it retrogrades into Capricorn. So there will be a lot centered around relationships, a lot of communication around, romance, relationships, contracts, materialism, money. There's a lot going on for you guys, Capricorn, in this very transitional phase in January. But I want you guys to know that you do also have Chiron in your fourth house at 8 degrees. So these things could be triggering some of your psychological fears, some of your childhood worries could be even subconsciously coming out, and you might not even be recognizing it. But know that these areas of your life are being worked through, and you are going to be learning a new way of communicating with people, a new way of being more compassionate with Jupiter and Neptune in your third house, and a way to have more hope and faith in things that you will run into for this month on a local level, and on in the community, and possibly with neighbors, or siblings or grandparents. There's something there, and there's a huge change coming for you. So these areas of your life that are being activated, and these worries that you carry will they will change as we move into February. And it's a whole new path for everyone. The North Node will be entering into your fifth house. So you will be able to have more fun in your life. And the weight of the last 2-3 years, while you had so many conjunctions. You had Saturn and Pluto in your first house. In Cap, you guys had so much going on the last 2 or 3 years that was heavy and very and there was some heavy things happening, and then some really you got the best of both worlds because you got some blessings in there, but there was also a lot of like big things, big major problems that manifested for the last 2 3 years for you guys, that now you're coming out of the clear, and there'll be some time now for more pleasure and romance and flings and fun and leisure and things of that nature in your fifth house once the North Node moves into your Taurus house. And the things that you love is structure and finance. You love to be practical and have everything structured. These things make you feel grounded. And so these areas of your life in Taurus, the beauty of things, the material of things, and the Venus of things, Venusian themes will manifest for you. There will be more money. There will be, lots of entertainment. There'll be a lot of romance and flings. There could even be marriage. There could even be things like, just structuring and stabilizing things in the 3D world for you that have been kind of out of your grasp for the last 2 3 years. So, okay, Cap, Sun, Moon, and rising, Venus as well. This was your January 2022 reading. I was going to go ahead and make all these consecutive, but I'm not. I'm going to post these one by one so that you can go ahead and listen to your, your sun sign or your moon sign. If this did not resonate with you, check out your other signs, because I will be doing them for all 12 signs. And whole sign, of course, system. So thank you so much. And I hope that this, resonates. I hope that this helps you. And I appreciate you guys coming and watching my YouTube videos and learning astrology with me and hearing about the forecast. So yeah, good luck in January 2022. And I'll see you guys again in February. Don't forget to subscribe and like so that more people can see these readings. And don't forget to book a private session with me with at my website. The link will be added in the description box. So thanks.